Good morning, peeps. See if this thing's going to cooperate today. Yeah, looks like it is. I'm going to tie up my latest version of this dragonfly I've been working on. I'm going to put this on a number 8 hook. I could put a tail hook in it, but I think for expedience, I am going to do this just straight up normal 1 hook fly. Start by doing this, getting the hook in there. I'm going to use black thread because it's going to be a black fly. All you need is a little bit of mono, some flash. We're going to thread up that hook. We're going to cut off the excess. We're going to grab us a piece of monofilament. This happens to be 25-pound test, which seems to work really well. I'm going to cut a little oversized. It's about, that's about 3 inches long, and I want it. Monofilament typically has a natural curve to it because the length of time it's been on the spool, and that can be helpful. Latch it down. Nice thing pointing up. Latch it down really well. I'm working on the wings, how I'm going to do these wings from now on, but for the most part, now I'm going to take a piece of black foam. This is nice dense foam. I'm going to cut a little triangle. Comes to a point, and we're going to tie this thing on about like this. The first part is going to be cinched down to make the front of the fly very big compared to the back. So we're going to strap this down, keep it from rolling too much, and we're going to work it back. And about right here, we're going to start segmenting this thing so it looks like a back. Nice little buggy looking segments. And this turns out to be about the fastest. Alright, and what I'm going to do to make this easier is I'm going to take this, get it on the other side of that hook, and I'm going to reverse the hook in the vise. So now the tail's pointing out back. I've got my hook on the other side of it, and I'm going to start segmenting this body right along with that monofilament. Oh well, we got a little too big. You can try to go straight across. So these segments. Now this is not quite as neat. In fact, if you go under and then you go over, a couple of wraps, tighten it down, go under, a couple of wraps, tighten it down. And we'll go one more. Couple of wraps this way. Come up on top and tighten it down. Lots of wraps on the end. Now we're going to walk this thread right back up to the front. Loosely. You don't need much tension. Just do a single wrap. Go back up to the next one. Try not to work so much thread. You have to support it just a little bit, but it sure does make a nice looking tail, and it's tough. I got one section there, kind of got a big one, but who cares? We ain't got to be perfect. The fish don't care. Alright, now we're back to here. Let's turn this back this way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back under. If you notice, my thread's going the opposite way now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a half hitch right here, so I can take my thread back in the normal direction. Your preference. If you can do it backward, more power to you. Alright, starting about right here, we're going to pull this back up on top. You gotta remember, we're going to make some eyes here. And there gives you a nice bulk. Now, on this one, I'm not going to do the fancy wings. I'm just going to do just a couple of strands of flashy stuff, whatever color you got. I'm just going to give this one a nice simple wing. We'll put it like this. We'll put one X. Put another X. Just like this. Now what I'm going to do is I want to double this back if I got enough. You know, I'm going to do this one with a little bit shorter wings. We're just going to have a puff of a wing out the side. I think what matters is the bulkiness of the head. If it's got enough bulk, the wings aren't that important. There we go. Now we got something that looks like wings. Now I'm going to go up. I'm real tempted to bring this extra flap back over the top. Nah, I think I'm going to cut that off. So now we work our thread to the head section, and we're going to make a very loose lap to start with, and we're going to cinch it down. That did not do what I wanted it to. It didn't come out big enough, so I'm going to back it up just a little bit. That's better. And there you have a perfectly good dragonfly. I'm going to cut this extra thread off here. Boom. I'm tempted to put a little bit of super glue on that tail, but you really don't need it. We need a little more definition in the head. Come on, boy, these old wings ain't cooperating. A little more definition. We'll give it a good separation right there. We'll go ahead and a couple of loose wraps. And there you have a dragonfly. Perfectly good imitation of a dragonfly. Now if you have highly educated fish like I have here at the branch pond, they don't bite these things unless it's the perfect time of the day. Even all these out and go ahead and cut these loops so these wings look a little more tattered. Now I'm thinking this more simple design is the key. I think I've been getting just a little too fancy overall. Alright, there we go. There's a dragonfly. Let's go see if it works. I got a few minutes before I got to get to work. Actually, I got a little more than an hour. So let's go test this thing out. Alright folks, here we go. I think this is definitely the simplest one. Didn't take long to make that fly. Let's see what happens. Pet turtles have come to see me. Boy, it's awful still. This is the dirty side. Let's throw it to the big sunfish first. Let's see what happens if we throw it to the big old sunfish. Let me get some line out. not seeing a whole lot of surface activity. Oh, look at there. That one thought it was real. Already had a little nibble. Myrtle, Myrtle, what are you doing? Oh, I see you got a bunch of sunfish underneath you. All right, right on top of the perch beds. Boom. Let's see if they think it's real. Oh, he sure did. There you go. That's how it's supposed to work, you know. Throw it out there and the fish come and get it. Time of day, everything matters. It worked. You know, it's not real usual that I get results that quickly. Barbara's hook popped right out. Get back out there. There you go. Sorry, didn't mean to kick you so hard. This thing works. Let's see if there's a second taker. Let me get it out there. Fishing right into the sunlight. That makes for good video. Oh, dang it. Already proved to me that it worked. Come on, Myrtle, get off my line. Don't you bite that line. Yeah, not unusual to get one and then scare the rest of them off. I'll get out there where that water's a little clearer. Plenty of dragonflies though. Ooh, there he is. Ooh, a big one. There's one of the big sunfish. Bigger, I should say. He's not a giant. He's a good sized sunfish, but they get a lot bigger in this pond. Look at that. That one got a fat belly. These fish are back on the beds. Look at that. This fishing really heats up around 9 and 10 o'clock. With these dragonflies, they get busy and the fish start chasing them. It is remarkable. I was about ready to move and a fish jumped on it. They do like this one. Okay. Well, take notes, folks. They like this new pattern, and it's about the fastest tie of a dragonfly that I've ever had. Put a tail hook on this thing, it's probably going to be deadly. But so far, I haven't seen that I need it. That's my first bass. Ooh, it's a nice fish. It's a real nice fish. He just slurped it in. That's what I like to see. Oh, no hesitation. They just jump on the fly. This gives me a lot of pleasure. A lot of satisfaction when the fish just jumps on it. Boy, you can tell that water's getting warmer. These fish don't fight quite as hard. That's a heavy little bass. Come here, dude. Come here, dude. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. All right, yeah, right. Tell me that fish didn't think that was real. He'd got it half digested. Thank goodness for hemostats. Get it down in there and get a hold of it and it'll pop right out. Come on now, get a hold of it. Get a hold of the fly and it pops right out of there. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. No worse for wear. There's a message. We got a meeting. We got a meeting at 10:30, so I ain't in no hurry though. You know, folks, a good bit of thought and testing goes into these flies. And that's about as simple as it gets. One piece of foam, a piece of mono, and some flash. Black thread, and I'm really thinking that just making the fly completely black with a thinner tail is actually part of why this is working. You can see how that line is twisting, so this fly is doing a little bit of helicoptering. But I can take a little bit, especially if it works. All right, let's see who else wants to take it. See if one of them big bass want to take it in front of the feeder. Oh, the turtles will follow me over there. Hey, Myrtle. Myrtle turtle, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Let me get you something to eat. Come on. Come on. Come a little closer. Come a little closer, Myrtle. Come on. I got something for you right here. Come on. Come on. Come on, Myrtle. Come on, Myrtle. Oh, not that trusting yet. I haven't started hand feeding them. They're enough of a problem now. At least in my fly fishing. All right, let's go over there. See if we can't get another fish to pick up. Myrtle, you coming in closer? I'm gonna bring some hot dogs down here for you. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some hot dogs for you. Hey, buddy. Buddy. Myrtle the turtle.